It's time to make deviled eggs.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Be good just to hold them down by your side, yeah.
And I'm going to be using my grandmother's recipe, so if you dislike this video or hate on this recipe, you're basically disrespecting the memory of my sweet grandmother who is no longer with us, and you're sort of disrespecting my family. I'm kidding. The thing about deviled eggs is that they're so easy to make. This recipe's super simple, it doesn't take that long. They're always a crowd pleaser. You really can't go wrong. And it's Halloween this week. Spooky! So we're staying on theme by making deviled eggs. My name's xtine, I'm a food writer. Thank you for being here. Let's get started. Naturally, the first thing we need to do is get some water boiling to cook our eggs in. There's my pot, there's some water in it. Now we wait. And while we wait, I'm going to inflate this spooky guy in my backyard.
Hey, Benny.
Nice. It's boiling. Everybody stay calm. I've got these organic free-range eggs, but who knows if that actually means anything or not. If I hard boil 6 eggs, that means I'll have 12 little bite-sized deviled eggs because we're gonna cut them in half. You've seen deviled eggs before, I bet. Oh no. Well, I should do this better. I'm going to more gently place them into the pot. The nice thing about making deviled eggs is you can really easily make exactly the amount that you want. I'm going to put the lid back on and boil them for 20 minutes just so I know they're fully cooked. I'm sorry to this egg. Smells like eggs. We are hard boiled. I'm going to put these in a bowl. I'm going to run some cold water over these to cool them down a little bit. Hard-boiled eggs are in the fridge, cooling down. Time to make the filling. This is gonna be so easy. Don't blink, you're gonna be like, what happened? I missed it. In a little bowl, I'm going to add a couple heaping spoonfuls of Vegenaise. My grandma would have used real mayonnaise, but this is what I have, so there's a very imprecise amount of mayonnaise. Probably about half a cup. Moving right along, I'm going to add a generous squirt of yellow mustard. Now for our spices. First, of course, some salt. And then onion powder, a little garlic salt, a little chili powder, which I actually don't know if my grandma would have added, but I can't resist. And finally, some pepper. Let's give this an enthusiastic mix to combine. Now, because we didn't really measure anything out, we need to give this a taste to see how it is, see if it needs anything. It's delicious. It tastes good. Let's see if the eggs are cold enough to work with yet. They are not. So I've moved them to the freezer and I'll check back with you in a minute. In the meantime, here's my cat begging for dinner, even though she doesn't eat dinner for at least an hour. Okay, I just mindlessly scrolled on Instagram for like 15 minutes, and our eggs are now cool enough to peel. Hands are nice and clean. I've got a fresh bowl to put my peeled eggs in. Let's get peeling. I don't have any fancy method for peeling my eggs. I just kind of smush them on the cutting board until the shell crumbles apart. And I'm not too concerned with little residual pieces of shell on the eggs right now. I'm gonna give these another rinse before we move on to the next step. Quick and easy. I'm going to give these a quick rinse and make sure they don't have any little shell crumbs left on them. And then we can assemble our deviled eggs. So what we need to do is cut each of our eggs in half lengthwise, take out the yolk, and put it into our filling. I'm going to use a fork to incorporate the yolks into our filling. And you want to work out all the little chunky bits from the yolks as best as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not really going to change the way it tastes that much, but you want it to look appetizing. And people don't love yellow chunks in their food, typically. Okay, and now we're ready to fill these. So I'm just going to grab each little hollowed out egg and a baby spoon full of our filling and just kind of gingerly dollop it in there. I'm going to overfill these because I made too much filling, and who doesn't love a juicy deviled egg? I mean, maybe some people don't love it, but I do, so, and these are for me. Okay, is the presentation of these going to be great? It's looking like no. But are they gonna taste great? It's looking like yes. I know they say that you eat with your eyes, but I also eat with my mouth. Okay, well, these are messy. You could stop here, dust a little paprika on each of these, and call it a day. Put them in the fridge until you're ready to eat them. But if you're me, you're committed to making almost everything you eat spicy in one way or another. So I'm going to dust these with hot Hungarian paprika. And I might also put some spicy carrots on top of a couple of them. I want to try it. If you don't know me, I made a whole video about how much I love hot giardiniera. It's sort of an addiction at this point, but she does mean a lot to me. In here, as you can see, there are spicy carrots for just like a little fun garnish and a little spice. My grandma would not have done that. We're off the rails at this point. Spicy carrots coming in for a landing. I feel like it's gonna taste good, but it looks really dumb. There she is in all her splendor. All in one bite, just unhinge my jaw. I mean, I'm not mad at it, but I guess I won't do it to all of them. She's beauty and she's grace. She's Miss United States. All I can do is hope that this video did not inspire you to unsubscribe. Uh-oh, somebody's being a little mischievous bitch. Just know that you could get nuts if you're addicted to giardiniera in the same way that I am. I see you, and you're not alone.